Hello, people.
Hello.
That's the greeting I have now. It's just whatever. Hello.
Hel- I'm so shocked and surprised that that is the greeting you have now.
I think the more streams I do, the less interesting my greeting becomes.
Interesting.
I don't know. In a year, I don't even know if I'll greet people. Just be like, "Sup." I don't know.
That
Welcome. I guess I should welcome people. Welcome to all aboard. I should probably say all aboard. I don't know. This is our semi-regular show. I should introduce myself too, probably, and you should
you
introduce yourself.
seem yeah, you seem unsure of whether it's a semi-regular show or not.
Yeah. I mean, we only have so many board games to go through. there is
There
a
isn't
like there's a final end game to this, I guess, unless people start donating old board games to us because of this. Um, but I am Jonathan Bradley. I am the Assistant Director for Learning Environments and Innovative Technologies at the University Libraries at Virginia Tech. And I am joined by
Alice Rogers, manager of Studios Media and Lending Services. And I use she, her pronouns.
no, I use he, him pronouns. This is all aboard. This is a show that we are starting. This is the inaugural episode. It's getting off to a riveting start. Um, and on this show, we are
Are you
going to.
saying this is not a riveting start? Like, are
I am
you
saying that.
commenting on our start here?
Mostly I'm commenting on my start,
Uh huh. Uh huh.
but in this show, we are going to. So I don't know if people are aware, in our special collections here at Virginia Tech and the university libraries, there are some really old board games. And recently, Alice and I sat down with Kira Dietz, and who will be on the show at some point in the near future as we work on these things. And she showed us all these board games, and we thought, wouldn't it be really cool if we had a stream where we remade them? The board games in special collections are sometimes in rough shape, sometimes they're unique. Various reasons why maybe not you would let a patron play or try those board games. And so we're going to be recreating them. So a little bit of making, a little bit of digital media editing, a little bit of just fun in general, I guess. Um, and after we're done making the game, we're going to play it on air, and then it's going to go into our board game collection that exists within the studio's technology lending desk. Is that a good summary?
That sounds like a summary.
I noticed it did not earn the good qualifier.
No, it sounds great. I think
Okay.
it makes sense.
So
I
this
mean,
is it's the first episode. We got some really cool ones that we'll be visiting. We wanted to start with kind of some low hanging fruit. So this game has a lot fewer literal moving pieces and figurative moving pieces than some of the other board games. So we thought we would start with it, get a win under our belt, and then tackle something more challenging. Um, and so this board game, I can't pronounce it. I'm gonna let Alice say it because she has more experience with French than me.
yeah, I don't know how they would pronounce cocoa, but it would be jus de cacao van Houten.
Yeah, so it's Van Houten is the cocoa company, from my
Yeah.
understanding. So we are going to have Kira on the show later, and she will be able to provide a lot more historical context and information than we know. She knows more of the history of these things.
I'll tell her that she can jump on the call if she would like to when she's available.
Sure. More the merrier. But we'll have some more historical context for it. But this board game was made a long time ago. Um, we'll have a date at some point in time in the future. And it is a game called the Goose Game, but it has been rebranded by a company called Van Houten, who makes cocoa, hot cocoa, or I guess just cacao for making hot cocoa. Um, so this is a really early example of like capitalism like coming into your life in board games. It will not be the only example we have of that over the course of this this series. But what we're going to do today because the board is in. You can tell just from this. This is a scan. Toot in the chat. This is a scan of the board. It's a very high res scan that our special collections put together for us, which thank you again for that. And what we're going to do today is go through and sort of clean this up a little bit so that we can print it out to put on the actual physical board that we will be using. Particularly, there's a couple places that are in rough shape, which you might be able to see here along. This is the fold of the board, and that's the area that has struggled the most. But we might play around and just see about like lighting some of these colors up a little bit. We'll have to cut it down some as well because it includes the actual like border of the board, which we don't need to print. So this is sort of step one, and we'll take it and get it printed. We have a large format printer that we can print this on here in the library. So after this session, we'll get this printed. Next thing that we're going to do after that is make some tokens to play with. I don't know what happened to the original tokens of this game, and I don't know that anybody probably knows. And I don't know what they looked like either. But we are probably just going to make some uh, a 3D model of one of the tins for the Van Houten company. Apparently, the cocoa tins themselves were pretty unique and interesting and distinct. I don't know if that's them in this picture because they just look like a cylinder to me, but we'll do a little bit of research about that, see if we can't find out what they used to look like, and then we'll 3D model some of them, and we'll 3D print those after they're 3D modeled, and then we'll have a session where we put it all together and make a board game out of it, and then play it. Sound like fun? I've
Ooh,
talked a lot.
are we gonna 3D print them in metal?
Probably not.
Boo!
Boo, boo, Jonathan. No, probably resin.
Boo!
We'll just get like a nice resin print.
I mean, we could also cast, like, do a resin metal, like a cold metal cast.
I mean, we could do that. I don't know that the original tokens were in metal. I don't. I tried to do a little bit of research about this prior to starting this episode.
Uh-huh.
So that's how I found out this is based on Goose Game.
Sure.
And I found out the rules of Goose Game, which are is a sort of. I mean, it's basically like Chutes and Ladders. You have some dice, which we will also need to make. And you roll and you move that many spaces. I'm pretty sure if you land on the cocoa, you get to roll again. And if you land on one of the picture spaces, I don't remember what happens on that one, but if you land on the poison ones, you go back to the beginning. I do remember that.
This is Candyland.
Yeah, it's Candyland. And then if whoever gets the center, I mean, in Goose Game, you get the goose, but in this one, I guess you get some hot cocoa. We should have hot cocoa while we play this game.
Oh, we absolutely should. Oh my gosh. And I bet Kira has like some like fun historical, because like in theory, I'm fairly confident like this is like close to turn of the century stuff.
Is this company still in? Oh, we got to rotate this a little bit. Is this company still in business? Do we know that?
I can look. I'll look it up right now while we're working.
So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the border. So when you make a board game, you sort of do a wrap around the back, and then there's a sticker on the front, essentially. And for that to work and to hold down, you have this little bit of border, which you've probably seen on board games, but we wouldn't print that portion, so we're going to cut that off. But this is slightly needs to be rotated a little bit. Image.
It looks like it is a thing that still exists.
So we could get some of that.
Yes.
So we need to rotate counterclockwise, not 90 degrees. We're going to do an arbitrary rotation. And we're going to guess. Because that'll be fun. Negative.
You can also get some whole roasted almonds coated with dark chocolate.
Ooh, from that company?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Also raisins, if you're interested in that.
I'm not. Not raisins. Almonds I was on board with. Raisins, I'm out.
Good to know.
Not a big fan of raisins. They're just sad grapes. I'd rather have grapes. You're gonna tell me Also, it's gonna take some time to make some of these changes because it's a really big file. It's like a 40 megabyte file, and didn't quite
Where
get
did
that
my
rotation. So let's
I'll
go.
use that?
So we are, I guess I should also explain, we're using Gimper, which is free and open source tool. It is an alternative to Photoshop. I personally think it is a great alternative with an unfortunate name. Um, but,
Yeah,
pick
it's
up
a bad
some,
name.
yeah, well, if you let your software be named by programmer jokes from like the mid 90s or whatever, then that's what you get.
Yeah,
Uh,
it is an acronym, and
yes.
I always forget exactly what it is.
It's
It's
new image manipulation program, new being the GNU, which is a flavor of Linux desktop, I believe, or Window. Software that runs the visual portion of a operating system. I think.
That sounds right to me. I'll believe you.
Uh, I mean, I know most of that. I forget what new is at all points in time. Oh, still not rotated right, aren't we? It's actually pretty correct on that left-hand side.
Yeah, it looks. I
This
mean, you'd have
isn't.
to
This
zoom
just
in.
isn't square. This isn't as
Yeah, I
square
mean,
it
I'm
is.
sure
Yeah.
it's not, especially over time.
Yeah, because I mean, like, look at this. I mean, we could rotate it a little bit more. At least get it as close as possible, so we're cutting not that much. Um, Probably preferable. So I've gone into image, transform, arbitrary rotation. We're learning some skills here too. That's also part of this. So it teach you some 3D modeling skills, teach you some maker skills, teach you some media editing skills. Um, how much more rotation? Another 0.1% of an angle, 0.1 angle, 1.1 degree, zero point 0.1 angle, because that's how you measure angles in angles.
Yeah,
Um,
that sounds right.
all right. Let's go point
Oh
two
my gosh.
and see how that goes.
Can also do some French.
Oh, yeah, the French will not be provided by me.
I could do some. I also have it up here on a separate document, so I can do it. So the first thing you read is règle de jeu, which is rules or rule of the game, rules of the game. And I am translating them from French. Les nombres de joueurs n'est pas limité, which is the number of players is not limited. And I think it said on fixe pas le tour de chacun, which I think is effectively saying like the way you figure out the order is I'm trying to figure out what they mean.
Who
Uh,
goes first? So in Goose Game, the youngest person goes first. I'm pretty sure is in the rules.
I I think like the direct translation I was like looking at like Google Translate for that. I think it might be they translated everyone's turn is fixed by lot, like so you roll for it essentially is
Mm.
my assumption. They might be like it's like you like choose, but I also think it might just be like you choose an order that's set. They're saying like you set an order.
So I'm torn a little bit here because the bottom of the board is real rough shape. And so part of me wants to cut out some of this, but also there's these dogs, and I don't want to cut these dogs out of the picture. So we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna err on the side of having a little
Could
bit
you
too much in
do
it.
a little judicious stretching?
We'll probably go in and I'll probably just like clone or and stretch and stuff around on the board, but we'll start. I also may, it looks like the original had a red border and we only
Yeah.
have partial of the border, so I may just go ahead and add in a little bit of a red border um, just for just to sort of fill that out. Okay, so we are going to go in here to image and oh, by the way, I wanted to show people this before we move on. So when you're doing editing and in GIMP, and you have a selection, you get little selection tools. I can't do it because I already finalized the selection. We'll select more things in the future, but you get little boxes, and if you click on them, they'll scale in specific ways, which and move the selection in specific ways. So it's very helpful. So there's a long box that's along the side of a selection, and that will just move it like down or to the side. It won't affect any other way. And then there's ones in the corner that will essentially scale it evenly, um, like basically like maintaining its aspect ratio as you scale it up and down. So those are good tools. I use them a lot. So they're good to be aware of. But we're going to go in here to image and do crop to selection, which is going to cut out some of our excess. Um, yeah. Then we get the fun of figuring out what's next. So I'm going to probably save this area here in the center, which is in the worst shape. I don't want to fix it up too much. I want it to still look like, an antique board, because that's
Yeah.
what it is. But I do not want big holes and gaps in the piece of it. So down here, we could stretch the image a little bit, or we could just do the red bar. What do you think?
I think stretching a little.
Stretching. Transform tools.
I think like because of how big the image is, I don't think it'll be too bad.
I think change perspective of the layer would help. Well, so the problem is we need to stretch this corner out, and maybe this corner down, but we don't really need to do anything over here on the right-hand side because it's mostly fine. They're just a grab and stretch tool.
Yeah, I'm not familiar enough with the software to know.
Well, let's find it. Now I'm worried. Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah. Oh God. This
That's
really.
why it's a bad name.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Up arrow, scale. At their height field to stretch the image's width and height. Open menu, load the image. This just says how to make that's just a scaling the image. That's not helpful. Stretch an image. That's a nice photo of a cute fox. It's just this scaling. Maybe there's something within the scaling option. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you could, but that's still the whole thing.
Mm.
That's not really stretching it
Yeah, it's not like point
as
to
like,
point.
yeah. I'm pretty sure I've done this before. Um, so I know it's possible. Do, 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 do. Transform. Those are just the flip and the horizontal stuff. It's probably up here under filters. Filters tools. I'm going to try warp transform and see what happens. Oh, okay. That's not what we're looking for. That just smears things, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, it
What
feels like it's like a transform tool that you need, but we need just like a really like the
perspective?
ability to do. Let's try the perspective tool. Why not give it a go?
Yeah. So, what do I click on for the perspective? Oh, okay.
Hey, no, it's maybe doing a little bit of what we want. That's moving too much. Like I wish we could set points, like set anchors or something.
I don't know. That's not too bad, actually.
It's not too bad.
Like, I mean, this still lines up top.
Yeah.
And this now lines up down here. And that lines up. We may have to cut again, but that's not a big deal. Let's see. Perspective transform. It didn't do the thing. Oh, okay. It did. Just took a long time.
Yeah. That was weird.
Well, it is a really big file, so
Yeah.
Now, here's an interesting thing I've never seen. I've never seen a yellow dotted line.
A yellow dot?
Well, yellow dotted line, which is it's so we have the white dotted line, which indicates your selection area, and there's also now a yellow dotted line that is where we transformed it to. And I'm curious about what that means. Crop to content. Cannot crop. Already cropped to its content. Okay. Cool story. glad that was an option in the drop down.
Oh my god.
Layer. Crop to selection is not available anymore. I wonder if it happens if I just end the selection. Just it says there's nothing. It says no. Okay, let's jump around. It seems confused. Like it wants. Oh, we have a floating selection up here. Layer boundary, scale layer, layer to image size, resize layer now. I kind of just want to combine them.
Combine.
Anchor layer. I think that's what you do.
I'm nervous.
Nah, I think it undid that.
Yeah.
Because the yellow line is now back out where the white one was.
My dog may start making noises in a bit. We'll see how she feels. Apologies for dog sounds. It's the sequel to the Beach Boys album.
What, a secret to the Beach Boys album?
A sequel. A sequel.
A sequel.
Sorry, did I
What
say
is
secret?
What is I don't know. What is it? I didn't hear
There's
what you
a
said.
pet sounds. Yeah, Kayla knows. VTUL Kayla knows what I'm talking about. The sequel is dog sounds specifically.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da. Selection. I say select all. What happens? Okay.
It's looking good. I need to make sure.
Slowing down. Oh, I dragged it instead of.
Oh no. Oh no. It's really fun because I hear the mistake before I see it because I hear you before I see the stream. It's a fun little quirk.
Oh, so it's frustrating me because if I click anchor the layer, it does, but then it doesn't. I don't want this outside layer. I want this inside one that we have here. This doesn't seem. This isn't straight down. You can tell it's like kicked out to the side. But I wonder if I'm gonna anchor the layer and see if. Oh wait, it did it that time. It's right. Well, why did it not do it last time when I clicked it? Okay. Software's fun. Select none. Haha, look at that. All right. So mostly filled up our little square. Let's get some of this red. We'll make a little line. Paintbrush, not what we're looking for. Pencil. Pencil, also not what we're looking for. The pen tool. Is this it? Paths tool. Do that. Grab a color by going in here. We're gonna get the same red that they've been using for everything. Drag it all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah, I will try and get at some point a like good French translation of this because I do have a French person who owes me a favor.
Let's see. All right, we've got our path down.
It's really interesting.
Stroke line, solid color, line width. Let's make it bigger. Line style. Cap style should just be flat. Edge pattern preset. Stroke with paint tool. Brush. Emulate brush dynamics. Emulate brush dynamics.
Who would want to do that?
Where's the? Doesn't look like it chose the color right though.
Yeah, the color looks more pink hued than it should.
It doesn't really look like it added the color at all. This is so much fun, like white.
Oh,
Not
I
enough
see.
points to fill.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, that does. I mean, it looks white.
Okay. Back to where we started. Forget pencil tool straight line. Nope.
That's working.
My paintbrush. I know you can make straight lines with the path tool.
Yes.
What we need. Warp transform, perspective tool. They're adding stuff to my quick bar. Blurs, text, color pickers, crop tool, fuzzy select. I mean, honestly, the easiest thing would probably be to just make a selection, fill it. Add that in there. Get out our little paintbrush. Got a red color. 1 pixel. That's not the brush we want. Pick a different brush. Solid one's nice. Make it bigger. There. There we go. That looks nice. Right? Yeah. That looks more in line with the way the original probably was. Should
right.
should probably be doing this a little more consistently, but I'm not. I don't know that they'll be consistent with, but they don't have to be. We're just having fun here, you know?
Yes, that's true.
Sounds like you're not having fun here.
No, I mean, it's nice when things are consistent, though.
I mean, look how much bigger, how much wider this red bar is than this red bar.
I can see.
Does that bother you like on an existential level?
I don't know. Several levels, really, but it's fine. It's fine.
Wow, several levels.
Like just on a personal level, but also on a like we are going to produce this, and it should be. I don't know. I feel like it should be as accurate as possible.
Jeez.
Detail oriented.
Fine, 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 fine.
VTUL Kayla would back me up if they were in the chat.
I think
I
they
don't
are.
know if they are at the very moment. At the
are,
very moment, they're like I'm sure they're doing other things for sure. I got a for sure from VTUL Kayla. I just want to throw that out there. Oh, by the way, I also wanted to shout out. I don't know if you, whoever, I think it would have been your stream 4 days ago. Did you invite Shackmaker? Welcome to our followers.
Yeah. Is that
That's
thing we
such a
is that
good
thing we
meme.
do? We like shout out our
Say
followers.
like thanks for follow. Yeah, whenever someone follows, you're like thanks for following. I mean, I
Oh,
assume Shackmaker is not here right now, but
I'm bad at
since
that. So.
I don't know if you usually say thank you for following to people who follow.
Alrighty. We will
I'll
just.
take that as a no.
Do I do that? Is that the question?
Yeah, yeah,
No.
that was the question.
No, I usually don't know that anybody followed until after. Wait, this one's still in there.
Oh. BTUL Kayla said Jonathan doesn't really have detail oriented at the top of his list of descriptors.
Wow. I just turned into a burn on Jonathan.
It's a call out. BTUL Kira is also here.
I like to get things done. Sometimes being detail oriented makes that hard. 48 pixels. Is this at 48? Can we change that?
It's fair. It's on there, just not at the top.
No, it's fine. I mean, let's just turn this into a, you know, what other, what other, what other things did Jonathan bad
That's
at?
a fair, maybe not in like your.
All right, we're gonna do. All right, what do you want the pixel width to be?
VTL Kira said, I did just join, so from my side, what looks most like the lines from before. Hold on, my stream is loading. Could just be my internet, so I can't really see.
How many pixels you want this border to be?
I'm trying to like. Well, it depends on the resolution
Depends on what.
of the
You're breaking up.
document, which I don't know, and like the dots per inch. Oh, sorry, my internet's being a little weird. Apparently.
Yeah, you're right.
Can you hear me?
Alice is going through a tunnel. I can hear you. Not super great, but I don't know. Keep talking. We'll see.
Yeah. I might turn
Okay,
down
that's
the
better.
quality on my. Yeah, let me turn down the quality on my stream here. I may actually have to just close this one here, and just chat for a bit.
So
I mean,
I'm
I
not.
think the pix.
Well, I'm not detail oriented. It's taking too long.
Well, just like it just I was saying it depends on the dots per inch, like that the scan was done at, how many like pixels wide means something, right? I assume
I think
unless
we
you've
just.
already
I think we
converted
just
it.
gotta eyeball this. Pick a number. You know.
No.
40 looks good. How's that feel? They do take too long. Correct. All right. I've just made a
Why?
decision. It's 40 is the number, and we're gonna be consistent with 40.
Interesting. Yeah, then let's do 40.
Do this across. Where are we at? 28. We're doing 40 pixels. Thank you. Why does 40 look so much bigger here?
I don't know. I have to. Let me see here.
Position 0, -24. Huh. Oh, that's interesting.
Do you know the scan resolution?
I don't. Kira's in the chat. She might know. Let me look. All right. We're going to get an answer to that question.
Yeah, it's usually 300 dots per inch for stuff like this, but I could be wrong.
I mean, I guess I
Especially
could
for
just go in
something where it's a
here and look at
reference.
the image properties.
Yeah, you could do that
400
also.
400 by 400 PPI.
Okay, yeah, so that's high.
Yeah. It's a big old image. Look. 10,000 pixels by 8,000 pixels.
It's a lot of pixels.
We've got so many pixels. Come on down to Johnson's Crazy Pixel Hut. Crazy.
Oh my god.
Crazy about pixels. My bigger question is why is this not, does it not look the same? We were at 40 before, and 40 looks about 15 wide on here. Could do a percentage.
I would do it by pixels though, because that's more fixed. Let me see here. 500, 100. It looks like 15 makes more sense, like based off of what I'm looking at there. Like I was, because your rulers are in pixels, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah, they are. 8,000. 10,000.
So like if that's like the 500 mark, it's like about half of a 50 mark, a little less than that width is. I mean, obviously there's some finer lines too, but like so 15 I think would be a fine consistency to use.
Am I working with the TIFF? That's a great question, BTUL Kira. And we're gonna definitely come back around to the answer to that as soon as I know the answer to that. Wait. Hold on. Did I convert this? Go look. I converted it to a JPEG, or y'all sent it to me as a JPEG as well. The JPEG. It's a JPEG. That information we have. All right. That's not what I wanted to click on. Let's set a ruler. I'm gonna just do that. We'll do one from this notch. We'll do one from the same notch. In this direction. Ooh. All right. That's easier. No, I didn't just do that to begin with.
Like a
Do what?
getting
Nah, I'm going through a tunnel again.
different. Can you hear me? Okay,
Nope.
hold on one sec. Let me see if I can fix this. Well, I'm gonna go through a bigger tunnel and be totally muted. One sec.
Well, you were better then, so.
Oh, well, I had just said I will get a native French speak.
Now you're in a tunnel again.
No!
Now you're not in a tunnel again. Dang it, I need to go out to the end. Scroll. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, it's just over here. I'm dumb. Y'all, why y'all let me be dumb on air? There. And then up here, we'll come down. We'll set it 2 notches away. That's notch and a half away, I guess, then. All right. Excellent. So those should be the same-ish. This GIF, but Jonathan talking about it being a JPEG.
I'm so proud of you.
I don't know what Kayla's talking about. Where's the snap to? Snap to grid.
Can you hear me now? Are things better?
Yeah.
Great. I was just saying that I would get I have a native French speaker who owes me a favor. So I may use that on, some French translation of this.
That would be good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you got the favor for, and so I can't say for certain this is a good use. But I mean,
it was
do
just
work
for watering plants. So
we do work at a
fine.
large university, so we could just
Pay them.
oh, I was gonna say just ask somebody in the French department.
Yeah, that also. This is actually I think I said it's the past French teacher for the high school locally.
All right.
Let's see here. I'm going to try and get Kira on this channel. Missions.
The things we do for precision.
I love it. It makes me very happy. Can I say? It makes me very, very
so
happy.
detail oriented. Where's my? Oh no, that's not a thing I wanted to do. Okay.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
Then we
Many
select
things.
we go get the
Hi,
other
Bristol.
two borders.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, it's Kira.
It is. Did you still have an open question about pixels? I was multitasking trying to get on Discord and answer questions.
We're
I
fine.
think we're good. I think I was just wondering what the DPI was, and then I realized that the
400.
Yeah. Because but it turns out he had his rulers set to pixels, so that worked out even better.
Yeah, because I kept hearing you say pixels, and I was like, do you want the pixel dimensions or do you want the DPI?
The DPI. Well, I was just curious because at first I thought because I thought that the rulers were in inches, and so I was like, "What's happening?"
I think they're at whatever your default measuring is. Select. No. Let's go up here.
I'm so used to.
Also, hello, viewers out there. Even though I don't know if we have viewers out there,
We have a good number today.
Oh wow, that's good.
It's good that we have good viewers.
I see this mess.
What did you mess up?
Oh, nothing. I just meant the stream as a whole.
Oh. That's
he
fair.
waited until I showed up to call the stream a mess. I appreciate that.
I did not wait until you got here to call the stream a mess. Incorrect. I don't know if you saw the start.
I did not. I was double booked.
He did indeed call it a mess from the get-go.
All right, let's go back down to a smaller size.
But it's a French board game from a Dutch cocoa company. What could possibly be a mess?
That was mostly wild to me. Like I was like,
my
how
intro
do you say Like I'm sure it's Van Houten, but like the French first off would not pronounce the H, so it would be Outen at best. Also, they wouldn't pronounce the N because like consonants just aren't a thing in French. You just get rid of all of them. You know, like you do.
I'll just turn the lights off. That'd be easy enough. Yeah, we have a nice little red border. We got our dogs down here in the corner. We've got another dog over here who's pulling a wagon. Just noticed that. Not sure why that's happening. Did I get kicked out of Discord or something? Everybody gone? No? I don't know what's going on.
No.
Okay.
I'm here.
I am also
there is
here.
a note in chat that says sad Alice, so maybe. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were sad because you got kicked out of Discord.
No, I assumed you couldn't hear me for a bit there because I saw all the train and choo choo in the chat.
So there's a dog pulling a wagon,
We love that.
and this
We
person
love that for the dog and the wagon.
who's riding it real cash.
How perfect.
I will
So
note
perfectly
your
turning the
face is
century.
your face is kind of over that
Oh, that's sad.
for your viewers.
It does.
There you go. Let me move it for a second. And as soon as I did, I get some random Discord notification.
Notifications.
Okay,
Literally.
but what if you just zoomed in on it? What if you zoomed in so it was more
Alright,
center
I'll
of the
just do
screen
that.
instead of trying to?
Let's do that. Zoom in on this. This guy right here. This dog who looks real tired, understandably. Look how he's sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Riding
this
that
guy
card
who
side
doesn't look
saddle?
like he came out to ride a horse today. It looks like he accidentally ended up on one.
Lots of side
that-
saddle business happening.
Well, I think that guy on the horse is actually pulling something in the river. He's attached to a line, so this is not a I'm out to ride my horse for a jaunty day. It looks more like a my horse is pulling this boat.
I'm gonna say this line seems too thin to pull this boat back here.
It's a metal
It's artistic
line.
license, Jonathan.
I don't like their art. I don't like their license. I don't like that
Oh
they're
my
making
gosh.
this poor dog pull this lazy man around.
And they both have like whips. This is not like a friendly situation. This
What
is not
year was
friendly
this
pulling.
from, Kira? We tried to remember and we forgot earlier.
Okay, you cut out. All I heard you say was we tried to remember, but we forgot earlier.
What year is this game from?
Oh, it's from the 1890s. I will look. It might specifically be like 1899, but let me look and see if I have a date.
All right. Well, Kira does that. Let's goof off with
Vamp,
this.
vamp.
Vamp.
Vampin', vampin', vampin'.
I'm just gonna color in some stuff, so we'll start here. That's too
I'm
big.
curious as to watch you do this.
Me too. I'll watch it later. Nope. I got snap to grid still on. Turn that off. I also have snap to guides, and I do have the guides on. They're on, but you don't see them. So
I will say this would be something that I feel like a Wacom tablet would be useful to be using while you're doing it.
oh yeah, these are all great ideas.
We
For the
could
record,
we could lend you one.
Oh, but it's too late now.
I know. It makes me sad.
There's a clone tool.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, that's for sure.
All right. Button we hit.
So for the record, I didn't plan to be on the stream, and when I asked Jonathan if I needed to prepare anything, he said no, and now I'm being asked questions.
Yep.
I mean,
You're
what
welcome.
did you expect? I feel so. Are you why? Okay, here's a question I have.
Is it?
Oh,
Who's
you
it
are
for?
using.
Who's it for?
It's for you.
Okay.
Are you using a clone brush?
Yes.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure. Not that I didn't trust you to be using a clone brush here.
No, I mean I started off just drawing for funsies, just to
I
see,
could tell.
just to see how it
Okay.
went. I
Okay,
missed.
that's fine.
I missed. Boop.
I mean, this is an odd point because, like, obviously that brown line is going to end fairly soon. So you are going to have to use some non-clone brush. I would start. I'm surprised that you started with the red. I would start with the blue because that's kind of like a easier one. But you
I don't know
know.
what to tell you, Alice. I'm a rebel. Oh man.
But are you a rebel with a cause or without a cause?
I drove over our border. I'm a rebel who messes up stuff. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Probably lots of them, honestly.
Also, Moobot tells us that if you need closed captioning, the panel is below the screen. However, earlier it was not functioning.
So, I'm a little confused about the layout of this actually.
Of the stream?
No, not the stream. This line here. Which line which line does this connect with? This goes to nowhere. This goes off screen, right? Is this that line? Where's that line go? Because it seems like this line is
Okay,
this
I
is this
assume-
line.
No, I assume those two lines converge. Like
You-
that, those
oh.
two brown lines converge into one.
Are you calling them brown? Because they're definitely red.
No, like the brown border to the red line. Like I would say that converges into a single. You see what I'm saying? Like there's two red lines with this little brown border. I mean, you can also check it on the other side and see what it looks like over there if you have better photo evidence.
There's only one. What the heck? What the heck? Where'd this line come from? Oh, because it's not symmetrical. It's not a symmetrical board because the game starts from here.
Yeah, is there a point at which that that converges elsewhere? It's got to converge into one on somewhere along that circle, right?
No, it converges in the center.
Wait, but where does that like?
Right here.
No, no, no. Wait, scroll out.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, like that. That's what I expect it to look like.
Yeah.
See where
So
the
see,
two
it's
brown-
so this is where it starts. The board game starts from, and then this is it closing.
Got you. That makes sense. But you see what I mean? Like where it's like those like the black border to the red line is
Yeah.
going to.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So it is just literally vanishing.
Yeah, it'll vanish to a point, like a fine point, and then the reds will connect.
Okay. Well, that clarifies some things. All right, let's go up here. So, I guess the goal would be to keep this line, just run that line into the other one, essentially.
Yeah, that outside border.
Yeah. So,
You could even copy the point off of that other one and flip it potentially, but it's probably at a different, like, slope rate.
what the heck? What did I do? Why is this not drawn? What'd I click? What'd I do? What'd I mess up?
Uh-oh. What did you mess up?
Shift for a straight line.
Hey, 1891. That took me long enough. 1891.
Yeah.
It was close to turn of the century, and I was right.
I knew I had a description somewhere, and now I have the full description in front of me.
Let's just change the tool and then change it back, because I don't know what
Fin
happened.
de siècle.
By the way, this was the deluxe model of this board game.
Hey, do you know if the pieces were metal or plastic? They probably would have been metal at this time.
No, the description is just for the board game that we are tweaking that we purchased, not for the entirety of the game. Because if I had the whole game, we'd be investigating. We'd be recreating that.
That's fair. Fair points. Very classic fair points made by Kira.
What the?
Don't tear that up.
Why is it doing that?
Not you.
Well, I mean, I should also probably not tear it up.
That's also accurate, but thankfully you're working with the digital version.
That doesn't mean I can't ruin it.
We all believe in you and your ability.
But that's why we're working with the digital version, so that we don't ruin the original.
Yes, that is still in special collections. Absolutely. And if you want to check out this game and see it in person, you can always go to special collections, which I will definitely have a link for right now. Right now. Right now. Right now.
When?
Right now.
I can do it.
I'm so bad.
I'm in.
Dang it. I tried. An effort was made.
Why is it?
Oh, see, that's because never mind. Mistakes were made. But yeah, go to special collections and check this out. I mean, you can't check it out. You can't take it with you. It's special collections.
You can't check it out. Also, it's technically still not processed. It is in my office.
Kara has all the neat stuff from special collections in her office.
That's not true. There's plenty of neat stuff in special collections that are not in Kira's office. But this is very cool, and it is in Kira's office.
Well, it's part of a bunch of things we need to add to our culinary ephemera collection. And so that is why it is sitting in my office with a number of other items to be added to our culinary ephemera collection.
Oh yeah. Kira, you missed the suggestion earlier that we drink hot cocoa while playing this game.
Mm.
And I don't know
just
if you
so
have...
you know, this company is still in existence. We could attempt
we
to
looked it
track
up.
down. Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
we
then
talked
why am
about...
I here?
You're here. Okay, is there okay, do you know about like 19th century, turn of this century, like cocoa recipes? Is there like information that would be useful for making like 1890s cocoa?
Probably. Again, I was not told. I was told I needed to prepare nothing, and now I'm being asked for many things.
Sorry.
Next time.
Next time we'll get Jonathan a Wacom tablet, or we could use the Huion tablet. That'll be really fun.
Next time I'll be 3D modeling.
Why are you going to be 3D modeling next week?
Huh? To make a token.
But like this won't be done.
It'll be close enough. It'll be done-ish.
You have 20 more minutes left in the stream?
Really?
Yeah.
Who stole all my time? I don't know. I broke something too. I can't get it to control.
So I feel like you're going to be doing this at least another week.
Man. Control to set.
And that way we can give Kira some prep time. We also don't have to have hot chocolate recipe this week, really. It's more like when we actually play the game, we should absolutely have hot cocoa. We should absolutely have like
Well,
fun.
sure, but that's going to require research time, so we'll put it on the list.
Cocoa requires research time.
Finding recipes in 1890s.
Oh, we're gonna have
authentic.
Time. What the heck? How's this the default?
Okay, or we could just have some standard good hot cocoa. Whatever floats everybody's boats. But it'd be really funny if we had some fun 1890s cocoa and it was real bad and we got to drink it and complain about it.
Wait, are you saying you want to find cocoa powder from the 1890s to consume?
No.
I'd rather not die.
No.
For this.
I am also vehemently against that. No. My assumption is that the recipes may have some different ratios of content compared to ours modern.
So there are at least 2 companies that I know of that would have been making cocoa at this time and are still making cocoa now. Cocoa powder in some form. This is one of them, as is the Walter Baker Company, which was an American company. They still make baking chocolate and cocoa and many other products today. So we could certainly acquire cocoa or cocoa making components from a company that was in existence at this time.
Let's do
we
that.
could certainly find a recipe. We could find recipes from an 1890s cookbook that would give us some ratios and directions. Yes,
I'm good with
those
all
things
that.
we can do.
That sounds great to me. That sounds fantastic and super fun. And if it tastes bad, we can blame the Dutch and also the 1890s. Did I cut out? Am I still here?
No, you're still
No,
here.
I was just not sure what to do with that comment.
I'm just kidding. We will not, especially if we end up getting not, which I don't know if we'll get the Van Houten cocoa, but other than unless we get like Dutch processed cocoa, which I guess we can still blame the Dutch for the processing. I guess.
What the heck? What have I done?
Let's see. I found some 1886 cocoa recipes from Walter Baker Company.
That sounds close enough. That's close enough for horseshoes and hand grenades.
I'm going to look for some things in our collections before the next stream. This is just something I found in doing some preliminary digging. But we have some Walter Baker Company publications in our holdings, so I will have to poke around those. Because I think there are, like any good thing, there's not just one way to make cocoa. Like, you've got your plain cocoa. You could make it sort of thick and hearty. You've got your sweet cocoa. You've got your froth cocoa.
Yeah, it's true. And especially if we are making it in the library, we are limited in the number of heating devices we can use also. So
You want
that's
to put some whipped egg whites in it? Go for it.
and also I'm sure we're well, whatever.
I don't.
Whipped
What?
egg whites sounds interesting.
What's going on?
I mean, I guess they'd be cooked, right? Because they'd be heated.
Yes. They would.
I was just thinking, like, how many FDA rules can we break on stream? Probably zero. Probably zero.
But this is also topped with egg whites that are whipped with powdered sugar and not cooked.
Yeah,
I mean,
These are very fancy. This broth hot chocolate recipe is very fancy. There is a lot going on here.
That sounds like that's a meringue. It has a meringue on top.
Also, fun fact, like Baker's chocolate, Walter Baker's chocolate, the company, I think that's the chocolate I used when I made the 1860s chocolate meringue pie for Pie Day last year.
That was so good. Oh my gosh. VTUL Kayla suggested that you should maybe close it and reopen.
I did that before she suggested. While she was suggesting
that has been
it.
tried.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. I thought.
Wow, it's like
you're
not even watching the stream.
I am watching the stream on 2 different devices. That's how legit it is. I just got distracted by
Nothing's drawing on it. Like I can't even just take a pencil. Draw. Normal mode.
Some of these, okay, I found a 1909 Walter Baker pamphlet, which has so many different ways to make cocoa. Plain chocolate, chocolate Vienna style, breakfast cocoa.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of options here.
We could do multiple iterations. This is like a food stream and a board game stream all in one.
That is true.
I can bring in my milk frother. We can have some fun.
We could also make our own chocolate syrup and then mix it with whipped cream and milk and soda water so you can have a summer drink.
Ooh.
Fancy.
I mean,
wait, did you say soda water and hot chocolate?
We gotta get into conversions because this drink involves a gill of milk and half a gill of soda water from a siphon bottle.
How much is a gill?
Well,
that like...
in 1909, wait a minute, I gotta think because it changed at one point.
That's upsetting.
Oh yeah. I think it's 4 ounces at this point in time, and half a gill would be 2 ounces, or it's 2 ounces and 1 ounce. But I think it's 4 because this would make more sense that you would have 4 ounces of milk to 2 tablespoons of chocolate syrup and whipped cream.
That sounds like
of soda water.
It sounds like standard ratios, right?
Yes, but at one time a gill was 2 ounces. It was the equivalent of it was like a whole thing. It's historic measurements. We didn't standardize them until 1898, and even then we still didn't standardize them. So. Oh, more cocoa. Oh, we can make 3 gallons of breakfast cocoa.
Then we'd have to share it with the library. Maybe we make this a live event, like esports style. Esports. Well, esports board game. We'll each have a uniform for our squad that is just us. As we play this hot cocoa Candyland game.
Ooh, Mrs. Bedford's hot cocoa sauce for ice cream.
Ooh, that sounds good.
More creamy cocoa frappes. We have so many options.
Ooh. Many, many options. Yes, this is exciting. Yeah.
Turkish paste with French fruit chocolate flavored.
Wait, Kira, can I get your
delight? Anyone?
That's interesting. Kira, I need your expert opinion on something.
I have no expert opinions. I'm just here to create chaos on this stream.
I love it. I mean, it seems like we're already at peak chaos as Jonathan struggles to make this software work.
Why? I don't understand what I've done. I really don't. I've clicked like undo everything.
Are you working on like the wrong layer or something?
No, there's only one layer. It's right here. It's not locked. I checked that. Undid all of the changes I made to any brushes and stuff. Just went back to default. That didn't do anything.
And you've closed the program and opened it again.
Closed the program and opened it again. It's very broken. Don't know what I did.
Who knows?
It's like somewhere along the lines I told it don't do anything. And then it took me very seriously.
Huh.
Well. Good times.
My question for Kira, I will say, was like, in your opinion, like if there's a sauce that is a chocolate sauce and a sauce that is a hot cocoa sauce, like what is the difference between those two sauces?
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's a technical difference, but since I haven't read the recipe for this, I'm not sure what the technical difference is. But my assumption is a texture and percentage of, well, I would assume a texture difference based on the type of liquid used to create the sauce, but I'd have to verify that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about this specific, but I've seen like several things be like marketed as like a hot cocoa sauce rather than a chocolate sauce. I'm like, I question like, what's the difference there? Is there like milk in the sauce that there wouldn't be in a chocolate sauce? Anyway.
So interestingly, this hot cocoa sauce that I'm looking in a particular pamphlet I'm looking at is thickened with arrowroot.
Ooh, that's interesting.
So it's water, sugar, arrowroot, cocoa, and a pinch of salt and vanilla. So yeah, it would be a texture thing. It would be a little bit thickened and heavier than what we might think of as a chocolate syrup or chocolate sauce today, which would basically just be sugar and water and chocolate. Because I've made that myself before. I've made like homemade chocolate sauce or syrup.
It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, I'm looking now. I'm zoomed in on my phone because it's easier to pan around your screen, Jonathan. I don't know.
What did I do to deserve this? No, that's not the question.
It's the age-old question. What did I do?
All right. I mean, I can edit it because I can add text to it. Did figure that out. So it's not like just all editing is turned off. But I can't draw on it. I can't clone it. Can I blur it? No, I can't blur it. It would seem as though I can't do anything that would manipulate the image itself, because I'm pretty sure text adds a new layer if you make a text. Let's check.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, it makes a new layer. So it seems like I can't do anything that actually affects.
What if you duplicate the layer and see if, did you try that?
We'll see. Copy. Can I edit this layer?
I mean, it's going to get real slow on you, but might as well just see.
No, I can't.
Okay, can't manipulate that layer.
Yep, because God has cursed me for my hubris and my work is never finished.
Yeah, so 10 minutes left in the stream. Does that, right? It ends at 5, am I right?
Yeah, it does. Something like that.
Okay.
Oh, I'm definitely going to finish it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, definitely, for sure. I believe in you.
So I can't edit the copy layer either.
Everything's broken.
Hey, I had a question for you as well about this while you're, like a logistical question.
Me or Kira?
No, this is a Jonathan question.
Oh.
Were you planning to add space to the center fold there to ensure...
You attribute far more thought into this than went into it. I appreciate that you think I sat around and went, oh, I'm going to have to add some space in here because I think this is not, it's not going to work out. I said, I'm going to edit this stuff on air. And then this is how it went.
I mean, I did, just because, like, obviously that's a little more squished than the others, and that way you can get, like, a real 29 in there. You could copy the 20 from, like, one of the numbers that looks good, and probably the 9 as well.
Yeah. I mean, this area is not that bad.
Yeah, no, that I would stretch. Like, it's some of the, like, ideally you would just stretch it, and then the ones that need to, like, that area, you could probably just do some stretching in, probably. And then, yeah, but the numbers, the ones where, like, those really uniform in size and shape, and so you could copy components from the others and then just blend out.
Yeah. I'd love to work on that.
Yeah, I know, it'd be great.
Yeah, if I could just edit this, like just drawing right in here, just editing it real good. And the weird part is, it is still registering these as events. It's acting like I did something, but I didn't.
Is it okay? Is it just the file size? Is the file size the hang up? That
No,
like there's
I don't. I sat here. I drew all over it, and then I just sat here for a long time to see if it was just like real slow and delayed. It didn't ever show up.
Yeah, but it may just be, it may be like timing out. Like it's thinking, okay, this event is taking too long. I'm just not going to do it.
I don't think the software does that.
Okay,
I
that's
think
fair.
it just keeps trying until it succeeds.
Or until it crashes, I assume.
Or yeah, just freeze up.
It wouldn't let you keep making new events.
Click to paint. Try shift for straight line. Control to pick a color.
If you create a new layer and paint on that layer, does it work? Like not duplicating the layer, but creating a new layer?
I think I tried this. I think it did.
Okay, and that did not work.
We'll make one though. We'll make it transparent. It's above it. And we're gonna draw. Nope.
Yeah, no, that's disconcerting.
Yeah, no, I broke something. That's real impressive.
Yeah.
But at least we didn't break the actual board game.
That is, I mean,
It's
that is
true, it's
part of the
true.
goal. I mean, could be worse, I suppose. I did get something done. We got the board game stretched out to fit properly, and then we put a red border around it. What happened to my red
Yeah.
border on the right-hand side?
Oh no.
Oh, no, there it is. It was just zoomed out just slightly.
Okay.
Just enough that I... Basically, one red border's width out
Oh my god.
is how much 25% doesn't fit in the thing.
Oh my god.
I mean, so for practical purposes, this is what we're going to see. Like, this is more akin
So cool. It looks so cool.
It looks great.
I mean,
It really does. I'm so excited about this.
But I mean, when you're playing it, you do see it up close. Like, that is a thing that happens.
sure. I mean, I want to fix this, but I'm not allowed to.
You could also try some of the other... I'll have to see. There's that big list of open source alternatives to some of those big name boys. I like to use Krita for paint work, but that's not... I don't know if it will work well for this.
Yeah, I don't think Creato would work. I would try maybe Affinity Photo.
Yeah, that might work.
We don't have a license for it yet. We're going to get one.
Yeah.
Submitted it to the low cost, low risk list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I did. Just clicking stuff here. I know what, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to save it. We'll save it. Then we'll export it.
Always save your work.
We'll export it as this file name that I received from Special Collections. Broken. PNG? Was it a PNG? How dare they?
Wow, we're gonna switch file types entirely.
Wow.
I mean, it started as JPEG. All right.
It started its life as a J. I thought it started its life as a TIFF.
It did start its life as a TIFF. Jonathan does not understand the life cycle of preservation digital images. Got it.
I don't.
You know why? Because that's a detail, and that's too much work.
No, oh no.
Uh,
I'm just doing
I
a
mean, that's
callback.
just knowledge I don't have.
It's all good. It's all good. Everything's looking great.
Thought that might work.
Hey, there we go. Look at that. I thought you had done the thing that you just did.
Now, I mean, I closed it and opened it. I saved our file and then, like, just opened it as though it were a completely new file.
Oh, okay.
So I saved, like, the working file and then
Got you.
reopened that. Because, like most pieces of software, that's the thing. There's, like, a
Absolutely.
version of it that there's a file format for it. So can we clone? Is cloning a thing again? Or have I been tricked? That doesn't look bad.
Yay, that looks pretty good.
I need to make this thing smaller. No. Need more of a upward curve, I think. Close.
I mean, are you able to clone from the layer below and then paste onto like a higher layer and then you can adjust it like the angle slightly with like a select and rotate kind of situation?
Maybe. I'm still a little confused about how I'm going to set this. They just kind of merge here, right? That's the
yeah,
idea?
the two brown lines will turn into one brown line and then will disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Like we'll go to a point.
Oh, looks kind of like it's doing that.
Oh, now I found cocoa recipes using flour to create density and smoothness.
Do they make like a roux?
Yes, sort of.
That looks pretty good.
The flour should be sifted before it's measured.
That works. That's kind of what's going on there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
It'll look a lot better when you zoom down.
Yeah.
When you can't see the detail, then you'll be like, oh, it looks all right. Is this little blue line getting narrower? I guess, kind of does. Nope, messed that up.
Uh-oh, it's 5:01.
Yeah.
Hurry up, Jonathan.
Oh no, I haven't made the whole thing yet. I got a blue line. I'm gonna call that a win.
Oh, there you go.
Got actually,
So
I'm gonna do
fancy.
this part down here as well.
Yeah. So wait, the plan is not to create extra space there for like the 29 to be more spread out, or is it? I was just still curious. Like,
I don't know what the plan is.
Okay,
We
that's
can
fine.
we can apparently figure it out
Alice, the
next time.
fact that you think there's a plan is
I know.
hilarious.
I really think a lot of Jonathan and think that assume many great things, including
I don't know
plans.
why- I don't know
I
why
just
there.
meant because it's the three of us on stream, and we always
It's true. How
we all
long
know what
has it
happens
been?
when it's the. I think it's been since Walden days.
Yeah, those were. No, wait, didn't we do some of the in-person streams after then, like the Hobbit stream?
Oh yeah, we did. You're right.
Yeah. Anywho, it's looking great.
If you're a new viewer, last summer Jonathan streamed a game called Walden, and Alice and I provided commentary. So you can go back and watch those on the YouTube channel.
Yep. True stories. But yeah, many good progress. Oh, do we have the YouTube channel? I should probably link to that. Link.
Jonathan is part 2 of the stream next week.
I don't know. I don't know what
Okay.
I don't know what my schedule is.
I don't
Okay.
think it's next week. It's not on the calendar for like next week. Now, I don't know if that's,
These are all.
On
That's all
purpose.
true. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Invert my selection, then get the clone tool.
Oh, here we
then
go.
clone.
B2 Okayla with the links.
For the win.
For sure.
It's not on the schedule at all, I don't think.
No, it's not. There's no.
That's why I was asking Jonathan.
There's no schedule.
No, I mean there is a schedule for the Twitch stream and our workshops
yeah.
and our library events. It's just this is not on it.
It's true. That's fair. I mean, it's on the calendar. You can always see when things upcoming are on our calendar. calendar.lib.vt.edu. And also upcoming this week is Anthony's stream, Archival Adventures. That's on Wednesday from 2:30 to 3, 4:30, 2:30 to 4:30. And then on Thursday is Ethereal World Building. If you just cannot get enough Jonathan time in, definitely
Not this
check that out.
Not this Thursday. This Thursday I gotta teach class.
Oh, never mind, not this Thursday. And you know what? The way to stay abreast of this, just check out calendar.lib.vt.edu and you'll be able to see when we're skipping streams. TBD is some maker time and music time. That's still TBD, but it will be decided at some point. The Walden stuff is on YouTube. I'll double check. We definitely have those VODs, so I'll get those up. I certainly, yeah. I know we have the VODs because those were some fun streams. I'll take that up with someone who isn't me. Cool.
I am not responsible for getting VODs to the YouTube, so I'm.
You are
taking it
not.
up with someone who isn't me.
You're absolutely correct. I'll take it up with me, and we'll see how that's going. Not it. Well, Kayla, you are also off the hook for that, so it's all good. Yeah. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us at.
But
who knows? Just
at.
I was like, I realized we don't have
At.
a generic you can just email that. You can email Roll of Play. You can also email Media Studios at VT. That's also fine.
But there are going to be more streams for this game.
Yes,
Is the important information.
for sure.
Just because they're not on the calendar doesn't mean they're not happening.
Yeah, and it will happen at this time. Just on a week when there's time for it. Yeah. Any other, Jonathan? Did you have anything to add?
I was just gonna finish this whole thing real quick.
Okay, cool.
Oh man, that didn't line up. Close.
Yeah.
All right, that's good enough so far. We'll finish it later, I guess. All right, let's save this file before.
Wow, Alice is just like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Later.
thought you said bye, guys, and I was like, oh no, maybe I misheard.
No. Bye, everybody.
It's a very abrupt
I'm getting shooed off. This is the, I'm making too long of a Grammy speech or whatever, and they're just playing music.
It would be
You're
great
allowed
if like a hook just came into view in Jonathan's office and rolled him off camera.
And actually, it's VTO Kayla, like, opening the door to his office and pulling him outside.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for showing up, everybody.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.